It's random stuff. Kind of tin cup. Wait, newspapers. Whoa, serious? That is cool. Let me go and brush off.
I know.
Bring it in. Let's see what we have here. Wow, it's fascinating.
We believe that our discoveries date the Civil War era. However, we can't be certain. We called John Ford at the Heinz History Center to help us with the objects. Mr. Ford has a lot of expertise in this period, specifically of the Underground Railroad.
I'm a collector of artifacts for about 35 years. I'm curator for an Underground Railroad exhibit.
Well, we have some artifacts here that came from a house as part of the Underground Railroad. There is a tunnel that runs underneath the house. These were found in the tunnel or around the tunnel on site. Maybe there's some clues that we can learn from you. And we have this photograph here.
This is fantastic. This is mid-19th century, around Civil War period. If the picture was found there, we should be able to find the names of who the people are. Okay, I'm excited. Did we find anything good?
Well, I think we have the names. Jacob and Jane Ann Witzel.
Helping the church develop a world conscience.
So she was involved in the church.
Definitely.
What church was she involved in? Do you know?
The Highlands Presbyterian.
Presbyterian.
Yes.
That leads us very much closer to the possibility that they could have been abolitionists. That's good. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We now have the names to match our photograph, and we think we have the identity of the home's original owners, Jacob and Jane Ann Witzel. We need to find out if Jane Ann Witzel could be the apparition Larry has seen, so we copied some period photos at the museum along with our own tin photo. Since Larry has never seen any of these before, I'm anxious to see which photo he chooses.
This one right here looks definitely more like it. Out of all these pictures, I would go with this picture.
Director's note, this is incredible. From a set of random period photos, Larry has just ID'd the original owner of the house as the woman he saw in the window. A positive match like this is very rare and needs to be explored further. So I've contacted CJ Sellers, a medium, to visit the location. She doesn't know anything about the case yet, so I'm interested to see what she senses from the property.
Where would you like to start?
Well, you know, right away I get drawn upstairs. I get drawn to this room right away. You know, I actually get good feelings in this room. It doesn't feel negative to me, it feels warm. I get a sense of a protective, good feeling. I feel like these energies are a little bit uncomfortable with changes. And whatever that female energy was, I feel her with me, so I know she's kind of following me around here. The energy that I'm getting is really old-fashioned, so if there's things going on that would be like, you know, two people being together, they're not married and things like that might be an issue. Their values are different. I would get the sense of church-going people and very proper. I feel like they want a place in this household. They don't want to be asked to leave.
Well, we did some historical research.
Okay. That one stands out to me right away. This is the one that I get the sense from of who I've been dealing with. Yeah, she just simply does not approve of persons sleeping together out of wedlock. Anything you wouldn't do in church, you shouldn't do here.
CJ senses a protective female presence in the house, but she also chose the same photo from the lineup as Larry. CJ also told me that she feels the spirit may be appearing to express discontent over Larry and Allie, an unmarried couple living in the house. And since we've been here, I've noticed a similar vibe from Allie's family. I think they may be reluctant to let go of their early concerns about Larry and Allie's relationship. And the fact that Larry's the only one of them to see the ghost probably doesn't help.
Allie and Larry, this is CJ, a friend of mine.
Nice to meet you.
So I just wanted to give you guys this opportunity to meet. And Larry, why don't you tell CJ your story?
It was a night that she called me over here. I was actually sneaking in here. I looked up out the window, and there's this lady staring at me for like 10 minutes.
Now, do you notice there's something different going on, that it acts up a little bit more?
When there's arguing, it acts up more.
One of the things that I picked up, it was an older woman. Her values of her day were different than the values today. People sleeping together out of wedlock, things like this that just in that day weren't appropriate. If there's any kind of activities going on that at that period of time would have been considered inappropriate, she's going to let you know it.
How do you guys feel?
Weird.
Okay.
Katrina, didn't you tell me that you and your mom share some sort of psychic ability?
I want to say psychic.
Yeah.
So I would just say maybe a little bit more sensitive, maybe a little bit more intuitive.
Do you ever think about maybe talking to CJ?
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what she said because I think they told me before, like, she started out with just like dreams and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's true though, but
Maybe she could tell you more
yeah.
about your dreams and stuff.
I just wanted to talk to you because, like, I've always just had those gut feelings or dreams, and it's just like, okay, what do I do with it?
And whether or not you choose to develop it, it's completely up to you. Are you afraid of it?
I'm not afraid of it. Like, honestly, it really doesn't scare me. Like, the house I grew up in until I was 6 years old had a lot of weird things happening. So I don't know if something that happened there made me more sensitive.
When I started doing that development, I didn't expect that the medium abilities would start coming out.
Do you think that, like, everybody has this ability?
I believe everyone is psychic to some degree. Over time, I realized because of the messages that I was getting that it was helping people.
Yeah.
If you ever have questions, you can, feel free to contact.
Okay, well, thanks.
No problem.
Now, I think we should redirect the focus of our investigation from the tunnels to Jane Ann Witzel, the home's original matriarch, as the primary cause of the hauntings. I believe she could be our woman in the window. 2 a.m. We're preparing for dead time. We'll cut off all unnecessary electronics, lights, cell phones, everything but our recording devices to better listen and communicate with any spirits. In this case, hopefully Jane Ann Witzel.
So everyone's cell phones are off, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us.
If there's anyone here attached to this house that would like to communicate with us tonight,